Find your stillness. Scripture speaks to us from the Psalms. Chapter 5. 1. Run back and forth through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now, and know, and seek in its wide places, if you can find a man, if there is anyone who does justly, who seeks truth, then I will pardon her. 2. Though they say, as Yahweh lives, surely they swear falsely. 3. O Yahweh, don't your eyes look on truth? You have stricken them, but they were not grieved. You have consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. 4. Then I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they don't know the way of Yahweh, nor the law of their God. 5. I will go to the great men, and will speak to them, for they know the way of Yahweh, and the law of their God. But these with one accord have broken the yoke, and burst the bonds. 6. Therefore a lion out of the forest will kill them, a wolf of the evenings will destroy them, a leopard will watch against their cities. Everyone who goes out there will be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backsliding has increased. 7. How can I pardon you? Your children have forsaken me, and sworn by what are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they committed adultery, and assembled themselves in troops at the prostitutes' houses. 8. They were as fed horses roaming at large. Everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife. 9. Shouldn't I punish them for these things, says Yahweh? Shouldn't my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? 10. Go up on her walls and destroy, but don't make a full end. Take away her branches, for they are not Yahweh's. 11. For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, says Yahweh. 12. They have denied Yahweh and said, it is not he. Evil won't come on us. We won't see sword or famine. 13. The prophets will become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus it will be done to them. 14. Therefore Yahweh, the God of armies, says, because you speak this word, behold, I will make my words in your mouth fire, and this people wood, and it will devour them. 15. Behold, I will bring a nation on you from far away, house of Israel, says Yahweh. It is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation, a nation whose language you don't know and don't understand what they say. 16. Their quiver is an open tomb. They are all mighty men. 17. They will eat up your harvest and your bread, which your sons and your daughters should eat. They will eat up your flocks and your herds. They will eat up your vines and your fig trees. They will beat down your fortified cities in which you trust with the sword. 18. But even in those days, says Yahweh, I will not make a full end of you. 19. It will happen when you say, why has Yahweh our God done all these things to us? Then you shall say to them, just as you have forsaken me, and served foreign gods in your land, so you will serve strangers in a land that is not yours. 20. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish it in Judah, saying, 21. Hear this now, foolish people without understanding, who have eyes and don't see, who have ears and don't hear. 22. Don't you fear me, says Yahweh? Won't you tremble at my presence, who have placed the sand for the bound of the sea, by a perpetual decree, that it can't pass it? Though its waves toss themselves, yet they can't prevail. Though they roar, they still can't pass over it. 23. But this people has a revolting and a rebellious heart. They have revolted and gone. 24. They don't say in their heart, let us now fear Yahweh our God, who gives rain, both the former and the latter, in its season, who preserves to us the appointed weeks of the harvest. 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withheld good from you. 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They watch, as fowlers lie in wait. They set a trap, they catch men. 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they have become great and grew rich. 28. They have grown fat. They shine. Yes, they excel in deeds of wickedness. They don't plead the cause of the fatherless, that they may prosper, and they don't judge the right of the needy. 29. Shouldn't I punish for these things? Says Yahweh. Shouldn't my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? 30. An astonishing and horrible thing has happened in the land. 31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests rule by their own authority, and my people love to have it so. What will you do in the end of it? Chapter 6. 1. Flee for safety, you children of Benjamin, out of the middle of Jerusalem. Blow the trumpet in Tekoa, and raise up a signal on Beth Hacherem, for evil looks out from the north with a great destruction. 2. I will cut off the beautiful and delicate one, the daughter of Zion. 3. Shepherds with their flocks will come to her. They will pitch their tents against her all around. They will feed everyone in his place. 4. Prepare war against her. Arise, and let us go up at noon. Woe to us, for the day declines, for the shadows of the evening are stretched out. 5. Arise, and let us go up by night, and let us destroy her palaces. 6. For Yahweh of armies said, cut down trees, and cast up a mound against Jerusalem. This is the city to be visited. She is wholly oppression within herself. 7. As a well produces its waters, so she produces her wickedness. Violence and destruction is heard in her. Sickness and wounds are continually before me. 8. Be instructed, Jerusalem, lest my soul be alienated from you, lest I make you a desolation, an uninhabited land. 9. Yahweh of armies says, they will thoroughly glean the remnant of Israel like a vine. Turn again your hand as a grape-gatherer into the baskets. 10. To whom should I speak and testify, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they can't listen. Behold, Yahweh's word has become a reproach to them. They have no delight in it. 11. Therefore, I am full of Yahweh's wrath. I am weary with holding it in. Pour it out on the children in the street, and on the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife will be taken, the aged with him who is full of days. 12. Their houses will be turned to others, their fields and their wives together. For I will stretch out my hand on the inhabitants of the land, says Yahweh. 13. For from their least even to their greatest, everyone is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the priest, everyone deals falsely. 14. They have healed also the hurt of my people superficially, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. 15. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they will fall among those who fall. When I visit them, they will be cast down, says Yahweh. 16. Yahweh says, stand in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk in it. 17. I set watchmen over you, saying, listen to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not listen. 18. Therefore, hear you nations, and know, congregation, what is among them. 19. Hear, earth. Behold, I will bring evil on this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not listened to my words, and as for my law, they have rejected it. 20. To what purpose does frankincense from Sheba come to me, and the sweet cane from a far country? Your burnt offerings are not acceptable, and your sacrifices are not pleasing to me. 21. Therefore Yahweh says, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people. The fathers and the sons together will stumble against them. The neighbor and his friend will perish. 22. Yahweh says, behold, a people comes from the north country. A great nation will be stirred up from the uttermost parts of the earth. 23. They take hold of bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roars like the sea, and they ride on horses, everyone set in array, as a man to the battle, against you, daughter of Zion. 24. We have heard its report. Our hands become feeble. Anguish has taken hold of us, and pains as of a woman in labor. 25. Don't go out into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and terror are on every side. 26. Daughter of my people, clothe yourself with sackcloth, and wallow in ashes. Mourn, as for an only son, most bitter lamentation, for the destroyer will suddenly come on us. 27. I have made you a tester of metals, and a fortress among my people, that you may know and try their way. 28. They are all grievous rebels, going around to slander. They are brass and iron. All of them deal corruptly. 29. The bellows blow fiercely. The lead is consumed in the fire. In vain they go on refining, for the wicked are not plucked away. 30 men will call them rejected silver, because Yahweh has rejected them. Chapter 7. 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, 2. Stand in the gate of Yahweh's house, and proclaim this word there, and say, Hear Yahweh's word, all you of Judah, who enter in at these gates to worship Yahweh. 3. Yahweh of armies, the God of Israel, says, Amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. 4. Don't trust in lying words, saying, Yahweh's temple, Yahweh's temple, Yahweh's temple, are these. 5. For if you thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if you thoroughly execute justice between a man and his neighbor. 6. If you don't oppress the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow, and don't shed innocent blood in this place, and don't walk after other gods to your own hurt. 7. Then I will cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, from of old even forevermore. 8. Behold, you trust in lying words that can't profit. 9. Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and walk after other gods that you have not known? 10. Then come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, We are delivered, that you may do all these abominations? 11. Has this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, I myself have seen it, says Yahweh. 12. But go now to my place which was in Shiloh, where I caused my name to dwell at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. 13. Now, because you have done all these works, says Yahweh, and I spoke to you, rising up early and speaking, but you didn't hear, and I called you, but you didn't answer. 14. Therefore I will do to the house which is called by my name, in which you trust, and to the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I did to Shiloh. 15. I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brothers, even the whole offspring of Ephraim. 16. Therefore, don't pray for this people. Don't lift up a cry or prayer for them, or make intercession to me, for I will not hear you. 17. Don't you see what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead the dough to make cakes to the queen of the sky, and to pour out drink offerings to other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. 19. Do they provoke me to anger? Says Yahweh. Don't they provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? 20. Therefore thus says the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my anger and my wrath will be poured out on this place, on man, on animal, on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground, and it will burn and will not be quenched. 21. Yahweh of armies, the God of Israel, says, Add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices, and eat meat. 22. For I didn't speak to your fathers or command them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. 23. But this thing I commanded them, saying, Listen to my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people, and walk in all the way that I command you, that it may be well with you. 24. But they didn't listen or turn their ear, but walked in their own counsels and in the stubbornness of their evil heart, and went backward, and not forward. 25. Since the day that your fathers came out of the land of Egypt to this day, I have sent to you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. 26. Yet they didn't listen to me or incline their ear, but made their neck stiff. They did worse than their fathers. 27. You shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall also call to them, but they will not answer you. 28. You shall tell them, this is the nation that has not listened to Yahweh, their God's voice, nor received instruction. Truth has perished, and is cut off from their mouth. 29. Cut off your hair, and throw it away, and take up a lamentation on the bare heights. For Yahweh has rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. 30. For the children of Judah have done that which is evil in my sight, says Yahweh. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to defile it. 31. They have built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I didn't command, nor did it come into my mind. 32. Therefore, behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that it will no more be called Topheth, or the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter, for they will bury in Topheth until there is no place to bury. 33. The dead bodies of this people will be food for the birds of the sky and for the animals of the earth. No one will frighten them away. 34. Then I will cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land will become a waste. Chapter 8. 1. At that time, says Yahweh, they will bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, the bones of his princes, the bones of the priests, the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, out of their graves. 2. They will spread them before the sun, the moon, and all the army of the sky, which they have loved, which they have served, after which they have walked, which they have sought, and which they have worshipped. They will not be gathered or be buried. They will be for dung on the surface of the earth. 3. Death will be chosen rather than life by all the residue that remain of this evil family, that remain in all the places where I have driven them, says Yahweh of armies. 4. Moreover, you shall tell them, Yahweh says, do men fall and not rise up again? Does one turn away and not return? 5. Why then have the people of Jerusalem fallen back by a perpetual backsliding? They cling to deceit. They refuse to return. 6. I listened and heard, but they didn't say what is right. No one repents of his wickedness, saying, what have I done? Everyone turns to his course, as a horse that rushes headlong in the battle. 7. Yes, the stork in the sky knows her appointed times. The turtle dove, the swallow, and the crane observe the time of their coming. But my people don't know Yahweh's law. 8. How do you say, we are wise, and Yahweh's law is with us? But, behold, the false pen of the scribes has worked falsely. 9. The wise men are disappointed. They are dismayed and trapped. Behold, they have rejected Yahweh's word. What kind of wisdom is in them? 10. Therefore will I give their wives to others, and their fields to those who will possess them. For everyone from the least even to the greatest is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the priest, everyone deals falsely. 11. They have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. 12. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed. They couldn't blush. Therefore they will fall among those who fall. In the time of their visitation, they will be cast down, says Yahweh. 13. I will utterly consume them, says Yahweh. No grapes will be on the vine, no figs on the fig tree, and the leaf will fade. The things that I have given them will pass away from them. 14. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves, and let us enter into the fortified cities, and let us be silent there. For Yahweh our God has put us to silence, and given us water of gall to drink, because we have sinned against Yahweh. 15. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of healing, and behold, dismay. 16. The snorting of his horses is heard from Dan. The whole land trembles at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones, for they have come and have devoured the land and all that is in it, the city and those who dwell therein. 17. For, behold, I will send serpents, adders among you, which will not be charmed, and they will bite you, says Yahweh. 18. Oh, that I could comfort myself against sorrow. My heart is faint within me. 19. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people from a land that is very far off. Isn't Yahweh in Zion? Isn't her king in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their engraved images and with foreign idols? 20. The harvest is past. The summer has ended, and we are not saved. 21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. I mourn. Dismay has taken hold of me. 22. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then isn't the health of the daughter of my people recovered? Thank you for listening. May these ancient words continue to work in your heart. Until next time.